In this video, I show you some cheap New Mexico RV camping. I'm at the Cochiti Recreation Area, just south of Santa Fe, New Mexico. This makes a great base of operation to explore the greater Santa Fe area, folks. Let me show you around. We share the best camping locations in the USA.
Hi guys, we hope you enjoy the video.
Check out our RV and camping related gear at our Amazon storefront. Link in video description. Folks, the Cochiti Dam dams up the Rio Grande River. Rio Grande River originates in Colorado. But take a look at this water coming out of Cochiti Lake at the dam outflow. This is pretty darn cool. You have sparkling, fresh water coming out of that dam. And that may not be your recollection of the Rio Grande River if you've seen it in Texas or even down in Albuquerque. Just take that in for just a moment as it comes out of the Cochiti Lake at the outflow. This is crystal clear water. The lake is absolutely spectacular. This is a very scenic camping location. I'm going to take you up to the campground. We really hit gold selecting this particular camping location for a destination on our 2025 RV adventure. Let me take you to Cochiti Lake Campground. So folks, Melody and I have been to a lot of Army Corps of Engineer lakes. This is one of the most scenic Army Corps of Engineer lakes we have been to. We're going to be showing you many views of this lake during this video. This is, without a doubt, cheap New Mexico RV camping. We have the senior pass to get into national parks, federal recreation lands. We have an electric site, $20 a night. We get half off. It's $10 a night to camp here with a senior or access pass, folks. I'm going to take you around the campground. There are 4 loops. This is the entrance station. When Melody and I pulled in, there was no attendant on duty. We proceeded directly to our campsite with our reservation. All the campsites here are by reservation only. I'm going to be taking you first to the Ringtail Cat Loop. That is scenic, and there are some nice campsites down there. Melody and I are up in the Buffalo Grove Electric Loop. I'll do that loop last. I'll be showing you the best campsites, folks. Only the best campsites. So as you pull after you clear the entrance station, you're going to see this sign. We're going to the Ringtail Cat Loop. It's right down here. That's a nice shower house. And the campsites make a loop down there. Some of them are lakeside, so I'll be showing you the best campsites. So folks, don't discount dry camping here at Cochiti Lake. In this particular loop, there are some stunning lakeside campsites, and I'm taking you down there right now. So as you enter the camping loop, Ringtail camping loop, well, these first sites are going to have obstructions to your lake view. This is going to be a keeper here, where you see the cyclone. And this is dry camping loop, so they do have their generator running. There's a water spigot right there. This is campsite 70. Campsite 70, folks. And you're going to have a lake view right from their pavilion up there. And there's your lake view. Campsite number 70 is going down the book for you, folks. Off to my right, campsite 71 is also going to be a keeper. And you also have a wonderful lake view there. Site 72 is even better, folks. You can get your rig level there. That's my top pick for this loop. Campsite 72 going down in the book for you. Take that view in. So folks, I don't waste your time in these videos. I only show you the best campsites, and I just want to show you why. Like some of these campsites have a fence around them. I don't like to be looking through a fence for my view. These other campsites, you're facing away from the lake. Your seating area would be facing away from the lake. And then other campsites have a slope on them. So I'm only showing you the best campsites, folks, and those are the ones right over here that I just showed you. None of the campsites at Cochiti Lake Campground have hookups. So your restroom facilities are going to be important. Each restroom facility will have dumpsters co-located. Got plenty of parking. I'm going to go in here and just give you a sample of what your restrooms look like. Okay, so no one's in here. You have a couple sinks, a urinal, a flush toilet. You have several showers. Here's a sample of one of the showers. They're doable, folks. I've been coming down here to get my shower. Next up is the Elk Run Loop, sites 35 through 50. Both the Elk Run and the Buffalo Grove Loop use this shower house right here. Okay, folks, remember I'm only showing you the best campsites. And this is campsite 35 that you're looking at right here. This is a keeper, campsite 35. Let me take you for a walk back here. This is a dry camping site. Fairly long site. You do have a water spigot right here to the rear of the site. But this is your sitting area. And then that's your view right from the campsite. Not a bad view, folks. And here's yet another vantage point of that same campsite. And I do want to point out, in addition to having a lengthy campsite right there, Site 35 also has this extra area where you can park your tow vehicle or a toad if you have one. So, Site 35 going down the book for you, folks. So while you may not have the perfect lake view, this campsite right here, if I can find the number, it's like campsite 45. This is campsite 45. Again, you have this area here where you can park a vehicle. Very long campsite. And then you can get your rig level. This is a dry camping situation. So your view of the lake from your campsite is just a small peekaboo view, but that is one of the longer campsites here in this campground. There are a few pull-throughs that will match, but this is going to be a keeper for you, folks. You be the judge. Campsite number 45 going down the book for you. Pretty much the same deal with campsite 46. You'll have a little bit better view of the lake from campsite 46. Campsite 47 would be the preferable campsite because you're going to have an unobstructed lake view from campsite 47. And you can see that Brinkley's in there right now. And yeah, you're going to have a nice view of the lake from that campsite. Campsite 48 as well, dead in the center of your screen, makes the cut. Campsite 48. So folks, Juniper Loop, campsites 1 through 34 are up on top of the hill. Those are also dry camping sites. Oh my, who owns this? KZ Durango half-ton fifth wheel. Oh, that's my site, folks. And I have a 360 view I'll be showing you of those mountains and of the lake. I told you I'd be showing you more views of the lake. Uh, but guess what you can also see from my campsite? I'm going to take you up here and show you. So just to illustrate that you can see what I'm claiming you can see from my campsite, there's my Durango. You see that building right there? That's where you're going to go if you want to do laundry. And I'm taking you there right now. When I come back, we're going to do Juniper Camping Loop, which is right up on top of the hill. And don't discount those sites, folks. There are some wonderful scenic campsites up in the Juniper Camping Loop. So folks, if you want to do laundry, I'm standing right in front of the laundry. But you see right in the center of your screen, that's my RV, folks. Camped up at Cochiti Lake Campground in the Buffalo Grove Loop. And this is a laundromat where Melody did laundry. So you are very close to laundry. There is a gas station here and a convenience store. And you'll see the silo up on top of the hill for the water tank and the trusty old cell tower, the towers above Cochiti Lake Campground. The entrance to Cochiti Lake is down that way. Okay, folks, well, I'm on top of the hill at the Juniper Camping Loop, sites 1 through 34, only showing you the best campsites. Some of these campsites have pretty good slope on them. That's why I'm not showing them to you, this one included. And this one, the same deal. It's campsite 7. You can see the blocks under this side. Some of these campsites in the Juniper Loop do have electric service. They are on the inner side. But just for example, brand new spanking box, folks, 30-50 amp electric service. You do have water. Let's do a function check. Whoa, doggy. I would make sure you have your pressure throttle on there, your gauge, before you hook that up to your RV. But on the plus side, if you have a smaller camping configuration, you do have a mountain view from your sitting area. That's campsite 6 going down in the book. Campsite 9 does make the cut. This is campsite 9 you're looking at right here. You can get a fairly large rig in there. This is your seating area. Whoa, doggy, what do we have here in campsite 9? Oh, this is exactly why I put boots on the ground, folks. You see those little boots? Exactly why I do these walking tours. 30-50 amp electric service, and you do have a mountain view from this campsite. Let me back out a little bit for you. Campsite 9 is going down in the book, folks. Yay, buddy. There's your campsite, folks. That is a sweet one. Campsite 9 going down the book. You have 30-50 amp electric service. I don't see any water on that site. But here's what you need to know. Besides having a trash dumpster across from the site, you're going to have stellar cell service, especially if you have Verizon, because I know, because I have Verizon, and that cell tower is definitely a Verizon cell tower. We also have AT&T, and it's a decent service, but we use Starlink for most of our internet needs, and Starlink works wonderfully. Let's continue the camping loop tour here in Juniper Camping Loop. Well, I can tell you before I go any farther, campsite 10 is also going to be a keeper. Don't know whether it's got electric or not. Let's go up and take a peek. Yeah, she's got electric. Yeah, it does. Campsite 10 going down the book. There's another vantage point. Campsite 10 The sun sets right over those mountains over there, so that's going to make a real pretty sunset for you. Oh, let me go walk down in campsite 13 and see if this is wonky or not. Okay, well, I'm going to let you make this call, folks. I don't like this little drop off right here, but you could get your rig level on this site. But you do have electric service. So if your pickings are slim, and this is a poplar campground, you're going to have, again, a newer box, 30-50 amp electric service. You go up here and turn around so you can get a better look at the site. You'll make the judge. There's your campsite. And for those of you with short-term memory loss like myself, campsite 13 going down the book for you. Juniper Camping Loop. And it is an electric site, 30-50 amp electric service. So for the benefit of those that want to camp in the Juniper Camping Loop, there are 2 shower houses up here. This is the newer of the 2 up there. These are some of these new electric service campsites they put in. And I don't particularly care for these dugouts, but that is a new shower house facility up there, so you should enjoy that. I'll show you the second one here on the way out. There's why I'm not showing you a lot of these campsites. Some of these are extremely short. This is campsite 25, and then this is going to be, I mean, you have no place to go outside your door. There's your picnic table down over the hill. So this is the parking lot area up at the Juniper Camping Loop for the second restroom facility. And there's a couple things I want to show you here. So you do have a nice vantage point of the lake, but that's not what I want to show you. So the first thing I want to show you is, you see up in here, there's an observation tower up there. And shortly after Melody and I arrived, it snowed. We went up there, we took some clips and some photos of the snow on the mountains. And it does have a very nice view, even nicer than this, of Cochiti Lake. And here's another vantage point of my camper, my KZ Durango half-ton fifth wheel right down there. So I'm going to make my way down to the Buffalo Loop. Those are all electric water sites. I'm going to be giving you a tour of the Buffalo Loop. But for right now, I'm going to take you up while I'm walking down there. I'm going to show you some clips of this of right after it snowed here at Cochiti Lake Campground in New Mexico. It's our first full day at Cochiti Recreation Area in New Mexico. The observation tower's just down there, but it snowed yesterday. Yes, it did. And I want to show you the mountain view that we have. These mountains are now snow covered. Not sure how long the snow's going to hang around. It's going to warm up here in a day, tomorrow and later today. But it sure is pretty over here. And you can even see our camper from this little trail over here. So I'm standing in the Buffalo Grove Loop. There's the observation platform that I just talked about up there. This down here, one of the volunteers was constructing this. This is going to be a pollination, forget what to call it. It's a pollination exhibit. They're going to have things in there for native plants and bees and other insects. And they're even going to plant native crops like corn in there. So that's what that fenced in area is all about. I'm only showing you the best campsites, folks. So you do have a slight slope on that campsite, but campsite 64 may work for you. This campsite, it's too wonky for me. You're going to have 30-50 amp electric service, and you can see there's a water hookup, and you have this extra parking area if you need it. Yeah, there's a heck of a slant going this way on site 65, but you be the judge. So here's the shower house for the Buffalo Loop. Yay, the garbage man's here. He just emptied one. He's going to empty the couple others. They've been full, so we're glad to see him. Buffalo Loop campsites 51 to 66. I already showed you some campsites. It is a one-way loop, but my campsite's up on top of the hill. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and walk it this way, and I'll just have to walk it twice. So I get to show you everything I want to show you. So here's the deal here, folks. These are pull-through campsites off to my left. This is site 52. You do have the extra parking off to the side here. Very long site. There's your 30-50 amp electric service and water. Yeah. Nice view of the lake from up here. Here's your sitting area. So here's the deal on these sites. And my site is just at the top of the hill, and it's the same kind of deal. I have a mountain view to the rear, and I have a lake view to the front. And what we do, we just turn our seats around, and then we have a view of the lake. So if you just want to pitch your chair over here, then you're going to have a view of the lake. So it's all to each his own. Some people have some pretty big rigs. That's why I'm showing you these inner campsites, although your sitting areas can be facing up the hill. So anyhow, that's site 52. If you have a smaller camping configuration, some of these outer perimeter sites may work for you. A little bit too wonky for me. But here's another of the inner campsite, same deal, site 54 right there. This is going to be campsite 55 coming up on the left. You can get your rig level. My auto level did fine on mine. I had to play with it just a hair. Let's continue up the hill. This gives you an idea of the size of rig you can get in there. There's Allegro. Yeah. Site 56. There's your seating area to the rear of the site. Here's a look down the hill. So my campsite's at the top of the hill. We're going to come back and do my campsite last. There's some more things I want to tell you about this campground. Site 59. It's an okay site. I mean, it's got a little pitch to it, but you can get your rig level. It flattens out as you go back. But the thing about this site, of course, you're going to have 30-50 amp electric service and water. But that's your view from this campsite, folks. Free and affordable RV camping. That's why I put boots on the ground, so folks. Don't get another sucky campsite. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then you'll know what the best campsites are. This is site 59 going down in the book for you. Site 60 off to my right. That is going to be another keeper, folks, and you have the extra parking right in front. Site number 60 going down the book for you with a killer view of Lake Cochiti Lake. And site 61 off to my right. There's site 61. Same deal. You got some extra parking right there and a very nice view of the lake. The beep, beep, beep is good news, folks. That means we're getting rid of the garbage. This is campsite 62. 62 right here. You can get your rig level on that site. You got your 30, 50 amp electric and water. Since no one's here, let's go back and do a function check on what kind of view you're going to have. See, who else does this for you, folks? Boots on the ground. That's what it's all about. Okay, so this is your sitting area. And that's your view. Site number 62 going down in the book for you. And site number 63 is going to be the same deal. Folks are out enjoying the day, but again, another stellar view of Cochiti Lake. Now, of course, the higher you go, the better view you have of the lake. Just my opinion, and that is why my RV is parked right on top of that hill. And while I'm going over there, we use this as a base camp, folks. Let me turn the camera around. So while I'm walking up the hill to our campsite, I want you to know that we used Cochiti Lake Campground as a base camp to explore the greater Santa Fe, New Mexico area. And we had a wonderful time, folks. So while I'm walking up the hill, I'm going to show you a quick slideshow of some of the sites that we took in during our stay here at Cochiti Lake Campground. Well, folks, this is the part of the video where we showcase our campsite. That is a beauty, isn't it? So Melody and I were just commenting on how scenic our campsite is. We're sitting here, I'm enjoying my favorite beverage. And take a look at how beautiful this lake is. There's a sailboat out there if you look real close. You'll see a sailboat. But how cool was that? It's turquoise today. And then if we turn around from our particular campsite, we have RV camping. Doesn't get any better than this, folks. Super happy with our campsite. And that, folks, is a killer view. Yeah, we got a mountain view to the rear, and then, or out to the front of the seating area, we have the mountain view. And of course, we have that killer view of the lake going this way. Site 58. Site 58 going down the book for you, folks. 30, 50 amp electric hookup, water. I tanked up my tanks. Some days it has got down near freezing. We have Starlink, of course, west, a little bit northwest is that way. Starlink comes in fine. The sun sets over here. Nice mountain views. Melody's sitting out with Milo. We pre-positioned her seat where I can sit down with my favorite beverage. And she's going to tell you, she has her mic on, and she's going to tell you as soon as I get situated here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, Mel, What do you want to tell them about Cochiti Lake Campground?
This definitely needs to go down on your must-see places. This place is amazing. We got the mountains around us. We got the lake in back of me. Um, it's just been amazing. It's also a good stopover if you want to visit Santa Fe. So highly recommend it.
So yeah, we had an absolute wonderful time. We spent 9 nights here at Cochiti Lake Campground. It is cheap New Mexico RV camping, and to get views like this with the amenities, it is quite the deal, folks. This is one of the best Army Corps of Engineer campgrounds we've had the pleasure to camp at. I hope you got something out of the video, folks. That's why we make them. I'm gonna leave you with some photos on the way out.